Today we're going to talk about layer in AutoCAD. There are layer tools in the toolbar, and if you don't have these tools, you can go to Tool menu and Toolbars, AutoCAD, and turn these layers on. Click on the first button on the toolbars. It will bring up a dialog box. Here are a couple of buttons: New Layer, Delete Layer, and Set Current Layer. Currently we have only one layer named 0. And I'll make a couple of layers. And I'll set different colors for each layer. Current layer is 0. Whenever I draw a line in AutoCAD window, it will be in layer 0. Now I'll set wall layer to current layer. Click on this green check mark, and you'll see that current layer is wall. As I draw lines in AutoCAD window, you'll see that this time the line is in wall layer. And I also can select the line and click on the triangle button and click on another layer. Then the line will change into another layer. In fact, there is a fast way to change layer. If you have at least one object is in that layer. For example, if you want to change these two lines into center line layer, you can use Match Property command, which is MA, and select the source layer object first. Click on the target layer objects. That's another way you can change layers. For now, the furniture layer is not in use, so I'll delete this furniture layer. Select the furniture layer, click on red X mark, and the layer will be deleted. This time, go to the website and download this sample file, and open this layer dialog box again. Now we see a lot of layers for this drawing. Next, I'll talk about the buttons on this layer dialog box. The first one is layer on-off. So for example, if we turn the center layer off by clicking on the bulb, you'll see that this center layer is off, and the icon for the bulb is changed. If you click it again, the layer is on again. The next one is freeze function. If you click on the freeze, it's very similar to hide, but there is a difference, and sometimes it is very useful, and we'll talk about that later. The third one is lock. So if you click on the lock, you'll notice that the color of the layer is faded, and although you can select it, you cannot move it or change it. The fourth one is color. You can change the color of the objects in that layer. So for example, if I change it to green, all the center lines are turned into green. I'll change it back. The next one is line type. So for now, the line type for center line layer is center line. And if I zoom in, you'll see that the line type for the center line is different with the other layers, like a wall layer. If you want to change the line type for the layer, you can click on it and select one of the line type you want to change into. Sometimes you may notice that the line type you want to change into is not there. In that case, you can click on Load and select the line type you want to change into. This time, I'll straightly go to Plot. If you click on this icon, there will be a red mark on it. This will make this layer unprintable. So which means that if you send it to print, this layer will not be printed. 3 commands in layer that's really often used. Let's imagine you want to turn this tile layer off. In order to do that, you may want to click on this object and find out which layer is this object in, and click on this layer toolbar and turn this on and click on an empty place. But every time you do this, it's really time consuming. There's a better way to do that. Use command lay off and select the object. So any layer you select, the layer will be turned off. And if you want to turn on all layers, you can use lay on, then all layers will be turned on, except for those layers which are frozen. Sometimes you may want to work with a specific layer and turn the other layers off. In that case, you can use lay iso command, which means layer isolation, and space. Then click on the layer you want to work with, click space, then only that layer will remain. I'll turn on the layer again, but you have to be careful when you use lay iso. When you look at this command window, there is an option. I'll go to settings. So you can click on this setting or type S space, And you can either select off or lock. For now, mine is off. If you select lock, then once you click on the layer, instead of it's turning off all the other layers, it will lock all the other layers. I found it's quite inconvenient in most of the cases. I will undo it and I'll change the setting to off again. Settings and off.